how to work this thing. Testing 7 years ago, our forefathers brought forth whatever.
Oh, hello, testing. Hi there, Hawk.
Sir.
Say, can you hear me outside? I don't know if this darn PA thing works or not.
It's on, sir, and it's carrying your voice all over the post.
Yes?
Not now.
Oh, thank you. I'm just trying to make the announcement about tomorrow's civil defense drill.
Fine, sir. I've completed the arrangements with the civilian authorities.
Hi, guys.
Hola, Lola. Hi, darling.
Val, Tony, we need to talk.
Sure. Oh, really? What's up?
I'd like you to meet a friend of mine. Sarah Banks, this is Tyrone Valentine. Sarah, Tony.
Hi there.
Hi.
I must say I've seen a lovely corporal from afar, and she looks even more better close up.
Look, Val, Sarah's kind of embarrassed by this whole thing. You see, she's been using you to make her boyfriend jealous.
And it worked, didn't it? And I always make boyfriends jealous. I make them crazy. I make them absolutely insane.
Well, this time it worked a little too good. You see, Ernie really thinks you and I are having a hot romance.
Why don't we make this fantasy reality?
Val, Ernie's a Texas State Trooper.
Hey, some little shrimp hiding behind a billboard doesn't scare me.
Well, there isn't a billboard big enough for Ernie. He's 6'3" tall, and he weighs about 235 pounds.
He does?
And that's a rough estimate.
It certainly is.
Look, Val, there's something else. You see, to make him even more jealous, she showed him your picture.
You mean Ernie knows what he looks like?
I'm sorry, Val. I really am. If I had known, I'd...
Attention, everyone. Well, soldiers, your old CO has some pretty exciting news for you.
Corps Command has designated Camp Tar Creek
To participate with civil defense in a 12-hour simulated disaster drill commencing at 1000 hours tomorrow. Martial law will be declared. Our mission is to deal with civilian and military casualties, minimize damage, and maintain law and order. We will get help from the office of the Texas State Troopers.
State Troopers? What state?
They're sending out their top man in disaster and mob control,
Trooper Orville Thompson.
Oh, Orville, that's a nice name.
Everyone calls him Ernie. He hates Orville.
Over and out.
Did you hear that? Her boyfriend, the state troopers, coming here.
What, you mean Orville?
Shh, he hates that.
Oh, I knew we'd have your cooperation, Mayor Crenshaw.
Glad to do it, Colonel. Be perfectly frank, I had nothing better to do. Tar Creek's no Lubbock, you know.
Mayor, this is a very important military training exercise, sir. In the event that there is a disaster here, then our troops would be the one to save the lives of countless citizens of yours.
Why, thank you. But I wouldn't say countless. I mean, once you get up to 622, you can stop counting, because the rest would be your transients.
Well, we do need civilians to volunteer to participate. In a disaster, we estimate there'd be 10% fatalities and 23% injured.
We would like some of your people to volunteer as victims, sir.
Well, maybe I could volunteer my wife and mother-in-law to be dead.
Well, we do have enough fatalities. What we need is people to play the part of the injured.
Critically? Maybe my wife and mother-in-law could be rendered speechless from shock.
We don't specify the exact nature of the injury, Mayor.
My wife and mother-in-law don't have to know that.
Sir, I gotta speak to you. It's urgent.
What is it, Valentine?
I'd like to volunteer to be a courier.
A courier?
Yes, sir. You know, like Paul Revere, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, and I on the opposite shore.
I don't think we have to worry about the redcoats, Baker.
But, sir, we could need help. And I can go to Fort Bliss. I can get blood plasma, doctors, nurses. Why don't I leave now?
That won't be necessary, Valentine. We have total communication and a backup for all survival systems.
Our water supply could be contaminated.
We could have my mother-in-law drink the water as a test.
Sergeant, we have an emergency supply.
And we can always fall back on good old Tar Creek.
Sir, you can't be serious.
Well, he's got a point there. Even after a big rain, there's not much water in there, not enough to cover the fish. Most of them die of sunstroke.
You know, Major, maybe we should have a plan to bring in some more water.
And I know exactly where to go.
Where, Sergeant?
Lake Michigan. Why don't I leave now? I can be back by Saturday.
Valentine, you can't go to Lake Michigan. You're the NCO in charge.
You're awfully jumpy today, Sergeant. What are you so nervous about?
Well, I know how important this is to you and Colonel Clapp. I just want everything to go as good as possible.
Well, you can start by going outside and taking care of the men. HR's in a few minutes.
Yeah. Doomsday's right after that. How about the Rio Grande? I mean, it's only 100 miles away. If I leave now, I could be back by, say, midnight?
about the Nile? I hear that's very nice this time of year.
Why don't you take my mother-in-law with you?
Rogers, you and Hart, litter bearers. Maintain a little discipline here. Maxwell, you're helping the injured at the first aid station.
Couldn't I be a fatality? I need the rest.
These are Major Hawkins' orders. Maurice, you've got a broken leg.
I don't want a broken leg.
You've got a broken leg, and that's an order. Cardinal, you're a courier.
And what about you, Wessel?
I'm a fatality.
I'm gonna get out of here.
What? Where are you going?
I'm taking the first space shuttle wherever it goes.
Hey, listen, why don't you just go to Ernie and tell him the truth? He'll probably get a big laugh out of it.
Hey, not all people at 235 are jolly. Think about it. 235, 6'3". I never owned a car that big.
Oh, Sergeant Valentine, I can't tell you how sorry I am about Ernie coming here.
Yeah, it's not the best idea you ever had.
Don't be mad, please. As soon as I spot Ernie, I'm just going to have to tell him nothing really happened between you and I, and hope he believes me.
Oh, let's be serious now. I mean, if you were him and you came to this base and you saw a dashing, debonair, handsome guy like me, would you believe his platonic relationship? Come on!
I know it's a long shot, but let's just hope.
Hope? I'll pray.
Can you ever forgive me?
Only if I live through it.
Lover boy, here's Ernie. Disaster H hour, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You gotta help me out of here.
I can't, man. I'm an injury.
You're injured. And I'm ancient history.
Serious than we thought.
I'll say. The last time I saw him, I tapped him on the shoulder, and he jumped over a Jeep.
Let's find him and help him. He's our friend, our buddy.
Count me in. I'll do anything as long as it doesn't upset Big Ernie.
I'm doing. I'm hanging.
You're supposed to be on duty. You're going to get in a lot of trouble if Hawkins catches you.
I thought about that. Then I thought about what would happen if Big Ernie catches me. The worst Hawkins can do is put me in front of a firing squad.
He's supposed to be here helping with the exercise. He's got a lot better to do than look for you.
Oh, yeah? What's that? Hey, where are you going? I don't know. Mexico, Guam, Samoa. Just don't tell Big Ernie where I am.
Come on.
You want some minor surgery?
No, thanks. We'll just rest here a minute.
You rest. I'm still trembling.
Darn, I wanted to save somebody.
Oh, well.
You know, Val, I think you're overreacting. I mean, the guy looks smaller than I thought he'd be. The uniform makes him look big.
Big? You can tell how big he is by how easily he carries his motorcycle.
Hey, soldier.
Yes, officer?
You know where I can find Sergeant Valentine?
Why are you looking for him?
I've got some business I want to discuss.
Oh, well, then forget Valentine. Call Leah Houghton. I mean, I don't know any Sergeant Valentine.
You sure you're telling me the truth?
Oh, yes.
I think you're lying.
No, I'm telling the truth. I can only lie when my 2 feet are on the ground.
Well, if you should happen to see Sergeant Valentine, you tell him that Ernie Thompson has a message for him. You understand?
Hey, nothing has been ever clearer in my whole life.
Just give him my message.
I will tell him. Now, will you put me down so I can run away?
Oh, boy. Maxwell,
Get some bandages. We got a life to save.
Terrific. I've got iodine, I've got sutures, I've got forceps. Whose life are we going to save?
Valentine's. We're gonna make him look hurt before he gets hurt.
I bet you think I don't understand that.
Ernie, we gotta talk.
Later.
But Ernie, I made that whole thing up. There was never anything between me and Sergeant Valentine. I only said that stuff to you to get you jealous.
Then you're saying I really have nothing to be jealous about.
That's right. You believe me, don't you?
What about the flowers on your birthday?
I sent those to myself.
What about the candy and the perfume?
I sent those too.
And that black negligee with the little birdies all over it?
Well, you sent that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care. You're lying. You lied then, you're lying now. I'm going to find this Valentine and disarm him.
Ernie, he doesn't even carry a gun. You don't have to disarm him.
I'm going to tear him apart. First this arm, and then this arm.
Thompson?
What is it, Major?
Excuse me, I've been looking for you. I want you to circulate around the camp and check on the civilians.
Right, sir. Oh, would you happen to know where Sergeant Valentine is? I have a message for him.
His best buddy's right up there. Why don't you ask him?
Thank you, sir.
Ernie?
Corporal Banks! Aren't you on duty at the command post?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you! Hey!
Me, officer?
You know where I might find a Sergeant Valentine?
You know, that's funny. I was just going to ask you that.
You were?
Yes, because you see, he lifted my wallet with $300 in it, and I think he skipped out during the disaster test.
He did, huh?
Yeah, I heard he was headed for Pecos, Texas. Maybe you could radio the police there.
You know something? I'm beginning to think that you people are hiding it. Maybe I should stop being so polite.
You don't want to do that. After all, aren't you a peace officer? Peace? Hey, Val, I got bad news.
Ernie got bigger.
No, but he's getting suspicious.
You gotta get me out of here quick.
Listen, man, I think all you can do is throw yourself at his mercy.
I'd rather throw myself off a cliff.
Now, these are our simulated casualties, Officer Thompson. Baker, what are you doing here?
Well, sir, this soldier was losing his head, and I was helping him wrap it.
You're supposed to be guarding the water tower. Get over there on the double.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Major Hawkins, please report to Colonel Clapp at the Officers Club.
The Officers Club's supposed to be in rubble. It was a direct hit. There's no excuse for a poorly planned disaster.
Major Hawkins?
Yes, I know him.
Do you want to be bandaged? We have enough for the top half.
No, thanks.
How about a nice splint?
No. All I want is Sergeant Valentine.
Oh, there's the man to talk to.
Soldier, this fellow says you know Sergeant Valentine.
Oh, yeah, I know him. I tell you, he's really bad news.
He almost broke up my girl and me.
Oh, really?
I never felt this way about a woman. And when she told me that she was dating this guy, I went absolutely nuts. And now she's trying to say that she made up the whole thing to make me jealous.
If I was you, I believe her. Sarah doesn't lie.
Sarah? How did you know her name was Sarah?
You told me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Sorry. When I get this urge to crush somebody, I get forgetful.
Well, now you know the truth. You can get off this guy Valentine's case.
I guess so.
There you are, boy. You've been a big help. Well, I found out one thing. What? Big Ernie's a very strong gringo. Yeah, I know that. And right now he's talking in the first aid tent with Val. Well, then we're safe. Yeah, but Val isn't. Boy,
Fortunately, I put him in a disguise. Let's just hope Big Ernie doesn't recognize him.
If he does, we'll know by the screams.
Yeah, we'll have to go in there. So, you grab Big Ernie and I'll get Val out of there.
I have a better idea. You grab Big Ernie, and I'll get Val out of there.
We might need more help. I wonder how long it would take for the rest of the army to get here.
Maybe they could hold Big Ernie, and we could all get out of there.
You know, if you really love somebody and you think about marrying her, you got to learn to trust Stella.
Sarah.
You told me it was Stella.
It's Sarah. And you're right. I'm going to trust her. I gotta trust her. Besides, I've got no reason to be jealous. What lovely lady would give up this much man?
Oh, really? You know, I've heard that this Valentine's a pretty good guy himself.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's got a lot of wit, charm, plenty macho, and he's loaded with savoir-faire.
Oh, yeah? Well, when I get through with him, he's going to be loaded with more bandages than you are.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, he's got a big mouth.
Lola, I am desperate. Ernie is out to kill Valentine. I just saw him come out of the first aid tent. Ernie? Yeah. What about Valentine? Well, the last time I saw him, Tony was taking him into the first aid tent. Oh, I just hope Ernie didn't hurt him too much. Oh, Sergeant Valentine.
Val.
I can never forgive myself for this. Are you in much pain? Is there anything I can do to make you feel better?
Just knowing you're here is a pain reliever.
Oh, I'm never going to see that Ernie Thompson again.
Oh, don't say that. Ernie's a good guy.
How can you say that after what he's done to you?
No, in between all the heavy punches, I realized the man did have some redeeming qualities.
He's a brute.
I don't say that. Sarah, Ernie loves you.
Did he say that?
Yeah, and deep down inside, you know you love him too.
That's true.
So, I don't care how much pain, how many problems I have to endure, as long as you two guys get together.
Oh, Val.
Oh. We had a good time, didn't we?
The best. I'll never forget it. Or you.
Oh. Well, you just go find that big lug. He's waiting for you.
Thanks, Val. Thanks for everything.
Oh, Sarah.
Yes?
He is looking at you, kid. You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh.
Well, so much for the Camp Tar Creek disaster drill. Your Honor, I'd say offhand that our boys did one whale of a job.
Thank you, sir. Here's to you, Mr. Mayor. You organized the Tar Creek civilians.
It was a thrill just being part of it. When I think of that ambulance driving off with my wife and mother-in-law in it, the happiest 2 hours of my life.
Sure, we're good sports about it.
Yeah. See, what do you do in another disaster drill? Ever think of having one at night?
I wouldn't trust this outfit in the afternoon, much less at night.
Oh, I don't know, Hawk. It looks like this exercise has welded our troopers into a tight-knit group.
No sign of Ernie yet, Val. We'll have you hidden away in no time.
Well, hurry up and get me out of here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what?
Here comes Big Ernie.
I'm dead.
I'm dead, too.
We're all dead. Let's just keep walking. Maybe he won't notice us.
Whoa. Well, of all people, it's Big Ernie. Hi, Big.
Hi. Hi, how's you doing?
out there.
It occurred to me the only face I haven't seen is this one. Sergeant Valentine, I presume.
Hi, Big Ernie. I've heard a lot about you.
Goodbye, Sergeant Valentine.
Wait, Ernie, you're a cop. What you're doing is aggravated assault.
That's right.
With intent to commit bodily harm.
That's right, too.
That's premeditated murder.
Uh-huh.
Hey, stop giving this man hints. He knows what he's doing.
Well, you go ahead. We're all witnesses, right, gang?
That's right. I'm seeing it off from here.
You know, you could go to prison for this, for life.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
Well, go ahead. Do what you want with him. Be my guest.
Hey, don't listen to this guy, Big Ernie.
Okay, but if you do, you know, you may not ever see Sarah.
That's right. You break one bone in his body, and you'll never see me or that black lace negligee with the little blue birdies on it, huh?
Black lace negligee, blue birdies. Put me down, Ernie. Put me down. Black lace negligee. Wait a minute. I think I can take this guy. Wait a minute. I hear him. I've got enough. I'll take this guy. You'll never get him. You'll never get him.
Come on, you got it. Almost there. Come on.
I got it. Come on, Val.
All right. Take a breather.
How many was that?
3. Come on. Relax a little, huh? We don't want to make you muscle bound.
You think I'm starting to get a little pump, starting to show a little something here?
Oh, yeah. You're looking more like Conan the Barbarian every second.
Good. The more I lift those barbells, the quicker I can whip that Big Ernie.
Yeah, especially if you hit him with one.
Hey, that's a good idea. Save me all that pumping that iron.
You just forget about Ernie.
I can't forget about him. I'm going to lift these weights, pump that iron, until I can fight for the woman that I love. Sarah.
Hi, fellas.
Hey, oh, hi, Marilyn.
I often wondered how you stay so slender. I just love wiry men.
Yeah, what a coincidence. You know, I'm known for my wiriness. For a chance, you wouldn't happen to have a humongous boyfriend, would you?
Val.
No, I don't.
Well, chase bien, mon chéri.
I don't speak French.
Well, why don't I teach you as we go jogging down the path of life? Well, the first word is bonham, which is Portuguese for cleanup.
Tomorrow, TJ Hooker's in the middle of a war between big wheelers and big dealers when truckers and suppliers clash. Then a childless couple keep a fateful rendezvous on the Love Boat after Paul Williams guest stars on Fantasy Island. Sunday, the Philadelphia Stars take on the Boston Breakers on USFL.